Gabby Rodriguez, like so many others, is currently undergoing fertility treatment.
We're this very traditional family that just wants to have a kid.
But she's now on edge after the highest court in Alabama decided frozen embryos are children, and people can be held legally responsible for destroying them. Rodriguez worries knowing doctors may find some of her embryos not viable.
I don't necessarily want to implant a child that I know is going to miscarry. So what does that mean? My main worry is, what are we going to do with the ones that are genetically abnormal? And what does this mean if my clinic shuts down?
Those questions tonight, all because of Friday's ruling in a wrongful death case where the Alabama Supreme Court found parents could sue an IVF clinic after their frozen embryos were dropped and destroyed. The decision, finding embryos on ice, no different than unborn children in the womb, could have potentially massive ramifications when frozen embryos are regularly created and discarded as part of fertility treatments.
Ultimately, patients will be harmed by this decision.
Dr. Mamie McLean, a fertility specialist in Alabama, says she's been fielding calls and emails over the court decision with no easy answers.
We're concerned that with the new ruling, we may have to limit fertilization of eggs, which will limit success of treatment, limit efficiency, increase cost, and of course, risk to patients.
While the decision is a first of its kind, other states like Florida now considering laws allowing parents to bring similar wrongful death claims. Others debating bills defining life to begin at the moment of fertilization.
I've never envisioned that anybody would question the morality of IVF, and now it's very scary.
And Laura, what happens now? Is this the kind of decision that can be appealed?
Lester, this could go all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court, but there's no guarantee that the justices would actually agree to take it up, in which case this decision in Alabama stands across the entire state there, Lester.
Okay, Laura Jarrett, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.